Good day. My name is Deborah Bowie. My aim today is to discuss the various types of conflicts that pastors or church leaders will eventually need to address during the course of their ministry. I will also offer some helpful methods that will help resolve conflict. Conflict. Webster defines conflict as a striking or dashing together, violent collisions as a conflict of elements or waves. Paul says to Timothy concerning conflicts, he says, "But you be sober in all things. Endure hardship. Do the work of an evangelist. Fulfill your ministry." 2 Timothy 4 and 5. Paul advised the young preacher to be sober, meaning to be clear-headed, not to be shaken, but to remain level-headed, resist pressure, and be helpful in facing heavy responsibilities. The variety forms of conflict church leaders may require to address. In church fighting, Speed Lewis and Paul Kit Lewis identified three ways in which conflict is experienced. One way is intrapersonal conflict. That's the contest of when different parts of self competing with another. Interpersonal conflict is personality difference that are not related primarily to the issue. Substantive conflict. This is dispute over facts, values, goals, or beliefs. Lewis and Kit Lewis identify four kinds of substantive conflict. They are conflict over facts or a situation, conflict over methods or means, conflict over ends or goals. The fourth and final is conflict over values. Positive methods for addressing conflicts. Larry McSwain and William Treadwell suggest the following steps. Step 1. Be secure and be sure that everyone in the group knows the facts of the situation. Step 2. Ask someone to explain the history of the conflict. Step 3. Refer to the conflict to the proper committee for discussion and recommendation. When conflicts merge in a large group, they must not be discussed, but they should quickly be moved to a small forum. Step 4. Add people who you can move a conflict to a group, a constructive engagement. Sometimes small committees become deadlocked and dysfunctional. The final, step 5, delay action units. There has been times to manage the conflict. Each of the above steps is a means to delaying a decision about a conflict until a proper analysis can occur. With the conflict diffused, a group is better able to move into what McSwain and Treadwell calls problem-solving analysis, and the phase whereby the group is moved into decision. At this stage, we can 1. Consider all the gathered facts, feelings, opinion about the conflict. 2. List options. 2. Problems. Consider the potential position, whether positive or negative, and the sequences of each. 3 is list each opinion in order of priority. Depersonalize the option, since we are not voting on a personality of those involved. The fifth and final is develop a consensus for options that most likely resolved the conflict, even if it involves compromise. Can conflict ever be positive? James D. Berkeley suggests a few positive methods pastors or church leaders can use. Uh, Health conflict provides you with skills to develop a better relationship. That's a positive conflict. That's a good reason that conflicts can be positive. Two, there are ways you can improve your chance to a positive conflict resolution, whether it be intrapersonal or interpersonal conflict. Three, managing your stress is important because it helps you to focus on issues. Learn to control your emotions. Try incorporating humor. It will enable you to communicate more information that may be hard to talk about, and it will help put things into perspective. Thank you for listening. God bless.